Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well today. We are going to be decorating in the glittering dunes to prepare for Jasmine and Aladdin. I want them here because of the desert vibes, obviously. It reminds me a lot of the movie. I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. And I finally got this desert palace back in my premium shop, so I figured it's like the perfect time to be doing something like this. So I'm just getting everything out and ready to make sure that I'm getting the right vibe and that it's all working well together. I really wanted to use the Jasmine fountain here, and I wasn't sure which path was going to go good with this, so you see me mess with quite a few different options. I wanted something that looked sandy, kind of covered, so I didn't want anything with a border, I decided. And honestly, the best one, in my opinion, ended up being the Ancients path, Ancients Road, or something like that. It just looks very sandy covered and not very, I guess, kept up, just because, the sand's going to be blowing over everything. So I just thought that worked the best. I really wanted this to look like a little market as well. So obviously the palace is like the main attraction with the fountain and everything, but I wanted the rest to be very like in Aladdin when he's running through the streets and it's all different shops and everything. I wanted something like that basically. So right now I'm trying to make basically a circle out of squares, which is more difficult than you would think, at least to me, so that it's big enough and it covers the fountain, goes around the fountain and everything, and then I will flatten out or smooth out the edges later. So I decided to go with the beach bushes, the ones from base game. I decided to go with those around the edges. I just thought they looked very nice, and also added a bit of greenery because I didn't want to do just cacti. I was struggling quite a bit with the path here. I wanted to make it look like it lined up with the archway, but it was a little bit off, so I did have to add bushes to, again, smooth it out a bit. But I did think it came out decent. So now I'm going to start with one of the market areas. I decided to grab a few more pieces to help with my inspiration around everything, make sure I got everything out that I wanted to use somewhere. It just kind of helps me with my mindset. So over here is just like a little pottery and basket market. So I just put a lot of pots everywhere. I added a plant and some baskets to the other side, and then I'm covering the rest of it, like the underneath, with pathing just to make it look a little bit more finished. Over here, this is probably my favorite. It's a little fabric stall. So I have the loom, I have the hanging blankets or hanging carpets, I have the blankets from Mirabelle, and then I'm gonna add a little tea set to make it look kind of comfortable and chill. And then also I end up adding a little table for sewing, so maybe you can like ask for custom orders or something. I just thought it would be kind of cute. But yeah, that one's probably my favorite just because it came out exactly how I wanted it to. Sorry for all the jumping around on my screen, but I'm just going around and grabbing items that I really wanted from other stalls. And it's easier to copy things than to scroll through your in-game catalog, basically. Same thing over here, adding path underneath to make it look a little bit more finished off, and like it's meant to be used for a little stall. I'm also really happy that this ends up being the stall that you walk into when you come up here. You'll see it at the end, but I think it does look really nice when you come in. I'm so finicky with paths. I'm so sorry. I take forever on them. So then yeah, this is the little entrance. I'm just making sure it connects to everything, to the palace and to the fabric stall, which honestly, it kind of lined up perfectly. I was really surprised, except for this little turn I had to do, but we're gonna do what we did earlier, smooth it out with some bushes. Worst comes to worst, that's what you do all the time, because it just makes it look a lot nicer until we get curved pathing. I decided to add these camels in front of the palace. I end up going back and getting a second one later, but I just thought that looked really nice there. Gave it a little bit more of a palace feel, especially with these little gold accents that I'm adding. And then I add the little recycling bin on the back side of the little stalls I added on the side. Makes it look bigger, like the little stalls I added, I think make it look bigger and like more of a palace, basically. Here I'm adding where the next stalls will go, and it's just going to be a really long strip of them. Fair warning, I do not finish the glittering dunes in this area because the area is really big. It takes a while, and I didn't want to just keep repeating stalls. So once I get more inspiration, we'll go back and do more. Here I'm doing a fruit stall, well, fruit and veg stall. I thought it would look really cute with a lot of crates in the back. I end up adding, you'll see, I end up dropping some fruit on the ground that matches the stuff in the stalls. Here I do it. And I just ended up scattering it around. I thought it looked kind of cute, like some of it fell out, or, you know, they're still restocking, so maybe they have some on the crates that they're ready to move. I just kind of thought it added some more detail, and then I added some seats for the stall owners. This one's very simple. It's just going to be a plant stall. So I just added a lot of potted cacti and some broken pots in front. I don't think I add those till the end, but you'll see them. Here I'm adding the other camel. I think it looks really nice to add that little bit of detail again, make it look more regal over there. Here I was trying to mess with these stalls and add some basically little borders on the sides to make basically a perfume or cologne shop. But I end up going back to that one because I really didn't like how it was turning out. So I decided to move over to Goofy's stall because it was a little bit easier to get done. All I did was add some crates and some bushes, and bada bing bada boom, it's done. Here's where I decided to move around some of the stalls that I had to mix up the colors a bit more because I wanted to change this stall. And I didn't want all the stalls over here to be red. It just kind of looked boring. So I added some plants around, added that border to make it look like there's more shelving. And here's where I left my camera on for literally an hour and a half of just recording nothing. You can just see the villagers zooming in and out. I don't know. I forgot. So we're back to this stall finally. I dropped some potions, thought those would look kind of cool. I didn't realize they actually glow when you drop them, which is a really cool thing, and I might do more of it. But yeah, little cologne shop, nice and simple. Over here is a food stall. Figured it'd be kind of like a food court almost. So a little cooking fire, that little ice cream bike, because it's hot, people are walking around buying stuff, you're gonna want like something cool. So then I added some tables, and then in a minute here I dropped some food down to put on the tables and on that little bar in the back. Over here I added more fountain tiles. I again wanted it to just look very out there, very like, I mean, it's a palace, come on, we gotta make it look really nice. And then over here I added the bar that you get from Flynn. I thought it looked really cute, but of course we don't have any alcohol, so I just used hot cocoa and root beers, so it's more of like a sweets bar, you know? I don't know. That's what I've been calling it, at least. We're about to finish up here, and then we'll go into the tour. I do add one more stall. It's basically just a repeat. I made another pottery stall. Again, as this goes on, I'm going to have to repeat a few stalls, which I don't really like, but I don't know what else to do unless I wait for Jasmine and Aladdin, and maybe we'll get more items that'll inspire some new stalls. But for right now, I'm repeating a few just to give it a more finished look, and it goes around the corner, and then that's where we'll stop. I'm not sure where I'm going to put my well yet, but we'll figure that out at a later date. Right now, I'm just going to add some cacti and some trees in, just to give it a more finished look. I like to do this stuff at the very end to know what I need to fill in. Also, I find that if you put trees in last, they don't get in your way as much while you're building, and you're able to make a more open path for yourself when actually playing the game, because otherwise trees can get really annoying, and again, get in your way quite a bit. Right now, actually, off camera, I'm working on grinding the Eternity Isle stuff. So I finished the actual gameplay, but I never really got into the time bending until I realized, oh, I can make tons of vacuums. So right now I'm grinding a bunch of stuff for that. Completely off topic, but it helps as well if you have a lot of decor to have vacuums everywhere, because then you don't have to go around finding everything to clean up, it'll just clean up for you. So I've been grinding that quite a bit, and let me tell you, it is taking a long time, and I kind of regret my choices. Now for the full walkthrough. So this is where we enter from the Ancient's Path, or Ancient's like bridge. So here is the castle or palace, and I love the giant hourglasses with it. I didn't point those out enough, but they look really cool with it, especially with the camels. It looks so good. I'm so happy with it. I'm so glad this showed up in my premium shop. Makes it my life so much better. Over here is my favorite, the fabric shop. It looks so good. It looks like someone over here just put so much work into those blankets. Obviously the fountain, beautiful. Pots and baskets over here. These look really good together. I'm really happy with that. Here's all the potted plants. Obviously one got broken. Whoops. Over here, all the fruit and vegetables. And of course the food court. I really love all the food dishes on here. Again, really makes it come together. Really happy with that. The perfume shop, Goofy stall, which fits in perfectly, especially with the Savannah style, or the Sunlit Plateau, I believe. Here's Flynn's bar with all the hot cocoa and root beer, and another pots and or pottery shop. And that's it. Again, I will try to come back to this after Aladdin and Jasmine are here, but for now, this is empty, and I'm hoping I can fix it soon because I really like how the rest of it looks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time, and I hope I see you next time. Thank you again, and I'll see you later. Bye!